Oh, yeah, thank you very much, Alec. That's good. So, with the new Fire Safety Act of 2021 upon us, the FSO states that it will apply to all residential buildings with 2 or more domestic premises. This is regardless of height, and it states that it applies to all external wall systems. So that's doors, windows, any overhanging balconies, things like that. And it also states that it covers all doors between any common and domestic parts. So no doubt that increases the impetus and importance of fire doors within the housing stock. Consequently, we'd like to talk you through a couple of compliant considerations. Building safety is obviously hugely dependent on the success and the performance of the fire doors, and inadvertently will help prevent the spread of fire and smoke. And by compartmentalising flame and smoke, fire door is obviously crucial to the prevention of loss of lives, assets and buildings. We at Harmony see faulty doors on a day-to-day basis, and it's obviously crucial for protection of our assets, and they can obviously fail in various aspects, so we thought we would share a few with you. So up there on the left, looking at, that's right, yeah, no, in the middle, sorry, faulty or intermittent smoke seals. So according to the Fire Door Inspection Scheme, that's the FDIS, they carried out some research, and 60% of the doors that they surveyed failed on this point alone, and it was by far the most common failing point of the fire door. Obviously, without installation by a certified specialist, fire doors can be ineffective and won't contain flame and smoke. This would lead those responsible open to prosecution, and more importantly, the occupants of the building applicable for risk. We've got gaps in the door to the frame. Obviously, gaps should be 3 mil, give or take a single mil, and the threshold gap can be wider if it is not a smoke door, so not an FD30S. However, if it is a smoke door, so FD30S, the 3 mil gap must apply to all 4 edges. If it's wider, deadly fumes and smoke will pass between the compartment wall, rendering it useless. Hinges. Faulty hinges are something that we come across frequently at Harmony. Intense heat will obviously put a lot of tremendous strain on the hinge and can cause the door to drop out its frame as it begins to char. Leaking hinges are something that we come across quite often, and something that you might want to take back to your team. A key takeaway is that if you do come across leaking hinges, it's a sign of wear. They should be replaced rather than further lubricated. Letter plates, they must be suitable for specific use on a fire door and detailed as a compatible component when certified. They must be installed in a correct location with intermittent protection and fixings. Misaligned or doors not closing correctly is something that we come across, and obviously a door that doesn't correctly close in its frame is obviously open and completely useless. So we need to be good, can lead to that being ineffective. Glazing is another major weakness within a fire door. If it's not installed correctly, damaged beading, missing intermittent gaskets, cracked glass, some of the common areas that we come across within the glazing side of things. Didn't know how many of your housing stock doors have side and fan lights that may also apply to. Fire stopping behind the frame is something that we at Harmony probably find really personally over against FDIS find as the most common failure point of a fire door. What's the reasoning behind this? Well, typically it's probably because there's only been a visual inspection carried out on the door. So that in effect could leave you with a perfectly good FD30 door, so 30-minute resistance, but the flame and smoke will just pass right through the frame and the adjacent walls. So how could we address this? Well, we can carry out an intrusive survey, and as per BM Charter, which Harmony are third-party certified to, they say that we can survey intrusively to a specific amount of doors specified by the client, so it could be 50% or 100%, and that obviously only needs to be carried out once remedial sorted, and then you can go back to that ongoing sustained element of the 6-monthly or yearly surveying. So yeah, no, that's sort of a bit about the fire door side of things. That's it.